guys, it's Kevin here from Up to Code Contractor Marketing, and welcome to our Social Media for Business crash course. In this video, we're going to go over a little bit of an overview of what's covered in our ebook, which is basically, I'm going to go over this because I consider a lot of these things pretty foundational, and it just gives us a starting point to go from and build on as far as our understanding of social media for our businesses. Okay, so why not just get right into it? We're going to start with the first topic is picking a platform. There's a lot of social media out there now. I mean, there's LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Squarespace, Snapchat, and those are YouTube. Those are just some of the more popular ones. There's literally hundreds, maybe thousands of social medias. So how do you make your way through the jungle? I consider the top four Facebook, Twitter's on the decline, but it's still a really good way to test content. YouTube and Instagram. Instagram is very popular. It became popular very quickly, and it's actually a really great way to provide visuals and add value and drive traffic. So the top four would be Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. LinkedIn's really good for B2B type businesses. Pinterest is also actually really good. I don't know too much about Pinterest, but I know that it's effective for product-based businesses because you can link directly to your product page or your sales pages. But those are kind of like the big guys. My suggestion is to claim an account on all of them so that your branding is uniform and that you have a presence, but you don't need to be super active on all of them. You might want to put a few things on there, but I would pick one or two, and you're going to have to figure out the native functions of these sites so that you can kind of cater to the one that you feel like you're going to be successful on. Instagram is fairly straightforward. Facebook is also pretty straightforward, but I consider Facebook kind of like a hybrid because you can do so much on it. But I would suggest that you again establish yourself and then pick one or two, get really good at the one, and then maybe start to add on the other ones after, but get good at converting and using one or two of them and then go from there. I want to encourage you guys to use analytics. I'm talking Google Analytics, I'm talking any kind of social media analytics that you can find. There are websites like Social Blade, and I can't remember any other ones right now, but I'll include some of that information in the description below. But there are websites that help you track your analytics so that you can basically figure out why things are successful and why they aren't. Analytics are really good because it can tell you when I post this kind of stuff, I get this kind of engagement. When I post this kind of stuff, I get less engagement, and that helps you create content that's going to favor being really good, people are going to engage with, and it helps you to scale things. I go back to Jim Piccolo, where performance is measured, performance improves, and once you know where you are, you can establish at least a plan to try and improve on that, and analytics help give you that understanding. And when you're starting to put together content and put together your strategies, take a look at who the demographic is or who's liking and why, and that type of stuff, so you can put together something really strong. I suggest you connect your social media to your website. The reason for this is because social media is so prevalent. If someone's actually interested or likes you, they might just follow you, and having your links are really easy for them to view on your website. It makes it just easier for them to make that decision and come share the information, share your website, follow you, and things of that nature. As well as there's an SEO benefit to linking your website to your social media, because your social media are considered what's called a social signal, and it kind of acts like an indicator that people are actually engaging with your business, which increases good user experience. And Google, YouTube, most social media is all about user experience. By linking your social media and your website together, you're sending a signal that not only are you on these social medias, but when you make a post that links back to your website, it's kind of like a little extra point for your website. And when people go to your website, if you have social media on there, it's almost like one of those things that's little checkbox that you're an active business in today's marketplace. If you don't have social media on your website, you start to look a little sketchy. Another thing I want to say is make sure that your website is mobile responsive. Absolutely. As of April 2015. I might be wrong about that. Maybe it's 2016. If your website is not mobile responsive, you have zero chance of ranking in mobile search, and mobile search is starting to overtake desktop and laptop and other devices. Because I mean, it's right on your hip or usually always with you, but you stand zero chance of ranking online mobilely if your website is not responsive. And what that means is when I go to your website on my phone, it reformats the information to look visually appealing and easy to read and easy to click everything on my device. It could be a tablet or your phone or another mobile device, but it reformats the website so it's again user friendly. Now, if your website doesn't do that and it stays the exact same way it would on a computer, usually the words are hard to read, it's hard to click anything, hard to navigate, and people get frustrated and just migrate away. So it's very important that your website is mobile friendly, just for the health of your own business, but it also helps as far as you getting exposure and bringing leads into your business in the form of traffic, because you will stand zero chance of getting that traffic if you're not, as far as mobile search is concerned. One of the big things I want you to do is start to study your market. Start to study the people who are doing business with you and engaging with whatever you put out there, whether it be social media, emails, even traditional marketing. Start to get to know as much as possible as you can about your target market. Because when you want to put together any of your advertising, any of your messaging, you want to message and target the majority. So if that demographic is, female of a certain age, living in a certain place, or, share a certain set of hobbies, that's the majority you want to market to, and then other people will catch on, but you never want to alienate your target market. Your business will get a better ROI if you focus your messaging to appeal to that majority that all share those things in common. And the more you get to know about your market is the better that you can do that. I'll give you a really good example that really illustrates this well from one of the trainings that I've taken. So let's say your business is a restaurant and you guys do catering and you want to do more of your catering. So you decide you're going to spend some money on ads. There's a big difference in the results of just doing like a 5-mile radius advertisement to everybody in a 5-mile radius, as opposed to taking the time to know your market and, let's say, advertising to the top 20 businesses, and not just the top 20 businesses here in the local area, but only the admin staff of that top 20 businesses, because realistically the people who are going to call you to do catering are usually small parties and businesses, and the people who are going to actually pick up the phone to call your business to book that catering are the admin staff. So if you're spending your money to get in front of those people, you're probably going to get a better return on your investment for people viewing your ad, as opposed to just sending it out to everybody. And by knowing your market as in-depthly as possible, you can create your campaigns in such a way that you can maximize and get the most out of them as possible. So I highly recommend you invest in getting to know your market more and more as time goes by. You're not going to learn all of this overnight or be able to implement all of this overnight, and you're going to make some mistakes. I want you to respect that and take the lesson in it, and know that if you're in this for the long haul and looking to see your business grow over time, next month you're going to know more than you did right now, and that's something to be proud of. The idea isn't always to just have a legion of followers. The idea is more so to present valuable information that people like, that actually converts and encourages them to engage with your business. So having 20,000 followers versus maybe 2,000, but the people with 2,000 followers are generating leads that are growing their business each month, versus 20,000 who are just liking your pictures. There's a little bit of a difference in and the way that you approach it is going to help you focus on the conversion aspect as well as just growing the brand and your business. I want to encourage you guys to also be patient and respect the process. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to learn and be able to apply some of this information to actually see the growth that you're looking for. Also, I want to encourage you that if you're looking to grow faster or more aggressively, you're going to have to spend some money. It doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna have to, you know, go broke spending on your social media or growing your accounts. But if you want to do it faster, you are going to need to be okay with spending some money, and it's just about understanding what you're doing and why you're spending the money, so that when you make that investment, you're pretty sure you're going to get a solid return for it. There's lots of different ways to invest in your business as far as online. I mean, Instagram, you can do shout outs and get popular pages to feature a post about your page to get other people to follow you. You can do Facebook advertising, you can do Google AdWords. There's lots of ways that you can spend money on your business. But if you want to grow aggressively, you are going to need to be comfortable with having an ad budget. Another thing I want to encourage you to do is be open to either assigning someone to this task to cover your social media for you, so that there can be someone, you know, engaging with your market, engaging with other businesses, responding to comments, posting regularly, and able to kind of focus on that for you, because poor content is a big no-no, but half-assing it, if you can excuse my language, is not going to bring you the results that you want. I want you to be open to considering assigning someone to this, or hiring someone or a company to handle your social media for you, depending on the size of your business. Don't get me wrong, you can do this for yourself, but it's something that you're going to want to be consistent with and active. Active on social media is roughly 1 post a day, at least Monday to Friday. If your business is open on the weekends, then it might be beneficial to also post on the weekends. But being able to do that, as well as, you know, comment back when people comment, engage with your market, be hashtagging and creating your own hashtag, doing research on your influencers in your industry is going to take a little bit of time. Having someone to be able to focus on that for you kind of ensures that you're going to be a solid player in the game, at least over time. So I want you to be open to that idea, if not maybe just setting aside half hour to hour of your day to make sure there's not any unanswered posts or interact with your market or whatever the case may be. Now, that's some of the stuff that was covered in the book, and I feel like those provide a really good foundation for some of the information we're going to be going over. That's the end of the overview video. I hope that this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.